how often do you get to like be able to go on different dates with people who actually want like good intentions and they've been background checked?
Well, according to the internet, clearly you slipped through the cracks, sir. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love is Blind Season 6, Episode 9. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. I'm going to either be posting a video or going live tomorrow, being Saturday. Today's Thursday. Saturday. Send me the videos, the spoilers, the sleuthing that y'all have been doing that you want me to comment on in that video. I've already gotten some. If you've already sent it to me, you don't have to send it again. I've already saved it. I already know about Jeremy and the real reason why he sold his house and the news story that came out about Trevor. So you guys don't have to send me those stories. But yeah, we're going to talk about all the things that have been going on social media, but we're going to focus on episode 9 today. So Chelsea and Jimmy did spend the night apart after their little tiff that they had. And the next morning, they want to hash things out.
Like, I don't even know where this conversation stemmed from. Is it because I told you, like, you didn't kiss me once yesterday? I tell you how much I love you and tell you how handsome you are and touch you. And
I do love that. If I thought that you were clingy to the point where there was no return, I would not be here. I love you and I want nothing more than a future with you. You told me you're never gonna initiate sex again.
mm-hmm.
Really? Please, like, don't discontinue initiating.
Earlier today, guys, it is so bad how much I think about Love is Blind while Love is Blind is on. Because when it's over, I don't give a damn about these people. But while it's on, my brain is always on. I was having this realization like 2 hours ago when, what's his name, Jimmy was giving his proposal. If you remember, it was all things that she did for him. I love you because you make me feel. I love you because you created a. I love you because, you know, all stuff that she did for him. He doesn't really point out the things about her as a person that he likes. And so when they had their tiff after her friends left, the way that she was trying to justify her love for him is through the things that she does for him. I have sex with you. I watch your stupid shows. I cook for you. He might love the things you do for him, but as a person, he doesn't like you. Moving on from that episode, Jimmy says that he was feeling smothered by Chelsea, and that's why he snapped. He was truly at his wit's end. I want to put the onus on Chelsea, but a part of it goes to Jimmy, though. He told her that he likes the affection. He wants the I love you, you know, all this, whatever, everything that she's been doing. He's been saying that he wants that. Like I said in that little video, even from the proposal, he's always praised her about what she does for him. So for him now to flip it and say, you're clingy typically doesn't have a positive connotation. It's always a negative one. So I can see why she was offended by it. But as an onlooker, it is giving clingy. It's a lot. She's a lot. And it's not to say that she's too much for the right person, but she is a lot for Jimmy as it seems right now. Okay. She says that he needs to work on his delivery and she needs to work on her sensitivity. I think she could also work on her delivery as well. I think she could. He says that he plans on being with her forever and he loves her even more after meeting the friends. These same friends who he felt were annoying. Or maybe that was just the bestie. Maybe that was just the roommate. So then who are these girls? And where was the bestie? Wait, now I'm confused. Anyways, he says after that meeting, he feels so much more in love with her. And I think it's easy to say when Chelsea is always being so performative in front of people. When other people are around, her relationship is perfect. When people aren't around, she has all these qualms, all of these grievances to air out with him. So yeah, of course he would love her more because she's stroking that ego, among other things. But Chelsea girl, it really doesn't serve you to pretend. Just be honest. Like, be real. And it's not like she needs to dog him out in front of her friends, but I would assume the reason why they have the friends and family meetings is to seek counsel from the people who know you best. The only way people can adequately advise you is if they know what's actually going on. You need to be honest. you need to stop sugarcoating. Again, don't be brutal. Don't dog him out. Don't draw him out in public. But tell the truth, at the very least. So Jeremy is preparing to meet Laura's parents. According to Laura, her parents just coexist. They don't really have that passion anymore. And she has a fear that that's going to happen in her own marriage.
How nervous are you to meet my parents?
I don't get nervous very often.
Their relationship works for them, but it's not really what I want. I don't know. I just want more spice, more oomph.
I mean, obviously we don't know her parents, but I feel like after a while, they're not going to be on top of each other like teenagers anymore. So I think in a lot of relationships, people fear the mundane, you know? If it happens right out the gate, sure, that's concerning. But after a while, you gotta find thrill in something else, because it's not always gonna be super exciting, all the butterflies and the nervousness like it was at the beginning. Sometimes the passion does start to dwindle a little bit. Now, to say they just coexist, I can hear that. That's concerning for her to just see her parents just coexisting, not really feeling the love between them. But it's not always going to be at this high. She says that in her past relationship, she's always been the one wearing a lot of hats. She's been drained by her exes because they rely on her a lot. And she just wants somebody who she can rely on. She wants somebody to share that passion, that fervor. Don't know if Jeremy is that guy, but okay. Laura brings up Jeremy's interest in Sarah. He's not happy about that.
We're in a bit of a love triangle.
There's still happenings?
I'll let Laura explain that.
No, explain yourself, babe. Basically, he was dating this other girl up until the end. I do really think that she liked him. Saying, if you're not sure about your choice, I would appreciate meeting up with you.
This right now. This is my opportunity to gain some trust. And her first response is, well, you liked it.
So she didn't go through his phone, but she did take a picture of the conversation. So she obviously still doesn't trust him, whether or not she went through the phone. He thought in good faith he was going to show her the text message, build trust. That's not what happened. Because he liked the message, she thought that was inappropriate. He should have just left it. I guess. Okay, Elaine, if your boyfriend liked... Yeah, nope, she's right. Yeah, okay, yeah, I side with her. Okay. So she says that she's not really bothered by this whole thing, that she's over it. My thing is, why bring it up if you're over it? She gets stuck on Ix a lot, and she makes it a point to keep bringing up all these little things about him that she doesn't like. Even her mom was saying, you know, I really like Jeremy. I think he's a good guy for her, but their banter is kind of harsh. She brings up these little things about him that are honestly insignificant in the grand scheme of things.
Seems to really like her and, put up with some of the stuff that she can dish out. Seen a little bit of button heads here today. I don't know if it's in jest or what.
I love the Hawaiian shirt thing. I know that's
I cannot
for you,
believe
but like,
you-
listen, because it's a sense of self-expression.
It's just fun. It's just part of a personality.
It's a turnoff.
When I see something that somebody likes, I love that and I want to celebrate
Maybe
that.
he does really like them. I need to quit shitting on them.
Well, right.
The mom was saying these little idiosyncrasies. Is that the word, guys? Let me Google. Let me ask Siri. What is idiosyncrasies?
Here's what I found.
Or what are idiosyncrasies? An idiosyncrasy is a particular feature of a person, though there are also other uses. Sure, let's go with it. So yeah, the parents were just saying, listen, these little idiosyncrasies about him make him who he is. Don't diminish his personality. But then she's like, but I don't like those things. So you basically don't like his personality. Even the sister was saying, he's quirky. It's okay. At the end of the day, is he a good man? That's what you need to be worried about. But she doesn't care. As a person, it seems like she wants to do a lot of pruning and fine tuning and snipping and cutting. And girl, that's not how this is gonna work. You didn't come here to a Build-A-Boo workshop. This is the man that you chose. Take him for who he is or find somebody else. Very quickly, we see Amy and Johnny go to a bachata class. They were both missing the flavor drop, both missing it. They were both missing it, but it's okay. It wasn't too bad. I've seen worse. Johnny did better than I expected, so that's good. Then we have AD and Clay, who meet up with his mom and sister. They came prepared with questions, but they were very warm and receptive. Okay, maybe not. Okay, they weren't warm, like super, oh, wow, we love you, welcome to the family. But it wasn't an inquisition, and it wasn't a grilling, and I really appreciated that.
He works very hard to build his business. Your work long hours as well.
Starting to get the hang of it. I mean, 9 to 5 and then 9 to 9. But it's not the schedule, it's just what you do in the time that you have off, really.
I'm just asking for stuff to be convenient for me for my business. I just think that sometimes certain things are not that big of a deal. I'm literally just handling business. I'm just getting a little frustrated with, like, I'm gonna make accommodations for stuff, but it's like...
Work has never been the problem, ever.
So what's the problem?
Oh.
Sorry.
A lot of people have been saying that they think AD has been getting the ick. That's also why she doesn't ask questions anymore, because she doesn't want to know the answers. I fully believe that Clay keeps prepping her for things that he plans on doing in the future. He knows he's going to disappoint. So if he keeps just asking her, are you okay with this? Are you okay with that? Before it happens, he has an excuse for when it does happen, because he knows it's going to happen. Already, he's not spending enough time with her, and he's using business as an excuse. Now, we don't know if that's true or not, but if she accepts it, he can then use this in the future. So she's saying, in your downtime, could we have more intimate time together? And he's like, when we're just sitting and gossiping, is that not enough for you? Well, obviously not, because she's asking for more. Sir. He claims that in his downtime, he's prepping for work. I can see that. But if that's the case, how did you plan on integrating how did you plan on integrating a partner into your life, knowing that you barely have the time as it is, let alone integrating a fiance in a very expedited situation where in 4 weeks, you need to decide if you're going to marry this person. Did you just come here for clout? Because you ain't really got the time. You got fear of cheating. You got all these demons that you're fighting. We don't know what these demons are, child. So, sir, how was your life going to be conducive to bringing in a partner? It doesn't seem like it ever was going to be. Anyways, Clay says he's asking for grace. The men this season and this need for all this grace. Who was it in the, I want to say her name was Brooke, but I don't think it was Brooke. Somebody in the pods said, I need my man to come fully potential. And don't get me wrong. I do give grace for men who are still in their 20s. Early 20s, okay? Early 20s. But these men are big men, still asking for grace for the most simple things. You're telling me it is hard for you to understand that in your downtime as a fiance, I would like to have intimate time with you. That's hard for you to understand. You need grace for that. You weren't prepared for marriage coming in. And in this process is not when you get prepared. You prepare yourself before coming in. Grace. Anyways, his mom, no offense to his mom. His mom actually gave some good advice, okay? She said, you make time for what you care for. After going through a divorce, she has learned a lot. But I'm not going to lie. When she said, let me give my 2 cents as a woman who has been married for 23 years. I said, according to your son, it wasn't the best relationship. But she gave good advice. So yeah, shout out to mama. Chelsea is gearing up to meet Jimmy's friends. She's a little bit nervous, but she's excited. They're all girls. Well, I say all, it's just 2 people. But yeah, his best friends are 2 girlfriends.
They're nice girls, yeah.
I'm a nice girl, I think, sometimes.
I don't hang out with mean girls.
You've lived with a girl before. Have you ever lived with a guy before?
I used to be married.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow. I feel like I've matured so much and learned so much from being divorced. He makes me feel really heard and really seen, and that's something that I've always struggled with in past relationships. So anyway, I love your heart.
Heart? Is that the right word? Oh, so he cried during.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't necessarily think there's an issue with guys and girls being friends. They even talk about it later on, so maybe I'll wait until then. But I would have liked to see one of his homeboys. I want to see who he relates to. If he's only relating with women, I would be concerned. But Chelsea says she's not concerned. That's what she says, but we'll see. So according to Chelsea, since her marriage, she has matured, learned, healed, and is secure. Okay. She also says that Jimmy is the first guy to really see, hear, and understand her. I go back to this whole, why does she want to just please people? Why does she want to pretend like her relationship is so great when she knows that it's not? You feel secure? Really? You feel like you're healed? Well, let me not touch on that one. What did she say? She has matured. She's learned a lot from that relationship. She feels seen, heard, and understood by Jimmy. How? We've seen everything but. And the only way you guys ever come back together is if this man just apologizes profusely. I haven't actually seen any growth through all the disagreements that they've had. He just says sorry, and then the cycle continues. But sure, that's what she says, so we're just gonna go with it. She brings up the size of his penis again, and I'm like, must everybody know? Must everyone know that your man is backing? And on top of that, she has to brag about how many options Jimmy had. Girl, did he really have that many? Because I thought it was you and another girl. So either you wanted to beat out Jessica or you wanted to beat out all these other girls, and the guy who was such a hot commodity chose you. It's Jimmy. You acting like it's an A-list celebrity or something, girl. Like, relax. She told the girls on the beach. She told her friends at the house. She's telling his friends here. And I'm like, these are his friends too, and his girlfriends. You really want to advertise your man like that? Is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to do? Okay. She adds that he cries during sex. All information that we don't need to know. Fine. If you want to tell us, that's fine. His best friends, who are women, they don't need to know that. So the friends ask if Chelsea is okay with Jimmy having close girlfriends. She says yes. However, every ex that she's had basically had female best friends. And sorry, don't laugh. Every one of her exes, it seems like, has had female best friends, and they cheated on Chelsea with said friends. Damn. That's a rough one. And so, like, why advertise? Why advertise, girl? If that's your history, stop advertising, okay? The friends say that they see him as a brother, and they're excited for Chelsea to join their little friend group. So, all right, we'll see how long that lasts. Johnny and Amy host his sisters and future brother-in-law at their house. The meeting went very well.
It's perfect. Like John. In the beginning, I said that Johnny's here for a good time, not a long time. I love it. The love that you kind of showed me through the wall, as corny as it is to say, I was like, if he proposes, I will say yes.
I hope you referred to him as his almost name.
Stone.
It's a, like,
You feel like very right.
yeah.
Very
Very right.
The only concern that I have is that the sisters didn't really ask any hard-hitting questions. Could have been an editing choice, but that's what we saw. We could only base off the things that we see. It makes me think, is there a pattern in Johnny's family where people just don't want to get too deep? Because he's learning a lot that he, to some degree, feels blindsided by. But it sounds like he just likes surface conversation for the most part, and he'll deal with the serious stuff later. Even the sisters didn't have many questions for her. I don't think they had any questions. They were just so happy. We're so happy to see him happy. Oh, you guys match each other's vibe. Oh, look at the ring. Oh, you're so pretty. But no, compatibility. How does this work? Upbringing. How does this work? Family planning, financial planning. Nothing at all. I think this is a family thing for Johnny. So these hard questions, they're going to need to be asked. And Amy, I hope you have some answers. I hope you have some answers, because as I keep watching her, I think that she is a daddy's girl, similar to, what's that girl's name from last season with the blush that was really harsh? I forget her name. But it looks like she leans on her dad a lot, like that girl. So I don't even know if Amy's going to be able to fully be invested in this partnership because she's always got daddy to lean on. I don't know. I feel like that dynamic might be a thing. We'll see. We will see. The episode ends with Laura and Jeremy, who are clearly not in a good place because Jeremy was out late the night prior and he just happened to run into Sarah Ann. Well, no, he was made aware that Sarah Ann was going to be somewhere. Instead of turning around, he went forward and then he was with her until 5 in the morning.
Are you gonna sit there with your sunglasses on inside? You left at 10:45 and we're out till 5 something in the fucking morning.
She comes over to me and is like, oh, hi, Jeremy. Hugs me, walks away. And I'm like, what was that?
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, we hung back and we talked about things.
Talking till 5 a.m.
Yes.
You could have easily prevented all of this bullshit had you just responded appropriately. You must have left the door at least a little bit cracked open.
As an extra layer of reassurance, like I shared my location with you.
How was that supposed to give any reassurance? And I was asleep. So what exactly did you want me to do? Where were you?
In the parking lot.
You weren't at the parking lot of Lost and Found.
Then there's an alley that cuts back there.
You weren't even in South End. You were north of Uptown, which is where Sarah Ann lived.
Not Sarah sitting there like a principal. I was like, class is in session. Why is she so serious? So she feels like Jeremy never shut things down with Sarah Ann appropriately. And honestly, from the sound of it, that's what I'm getting. I hate to side with her, but yeah, it looks like Jeremy did not say, hey, point blank, I'm engaged now. You know, he doesn't even have to say all that. She knows. She knows. So why entertain anything with this girl if you're committed in your relationship? There was no need for that. There was no need for any kind of communication on social media, let alone being alone throughout the night, talking. Okay. All right. Laura says that she knew this would happen. Girl, if you knew it would happen, why would you be with him? And then she doesn't want to have to babysit her man. But, and as much as she was annoyed at having to monitor his location, she still monitored it. So she knew that he wasn't where he's claiming that he was and that he was actually near Sarah Ann's house. So you're saying that you don't want to keep tabs on him, but you are still keeping tabs on him. And girl, I thought you said you were sleeping, so you couldn't even keep tabs on him. So then how did you know where he was at when he was there? Story's not making sense. And shout out to the TikTok investigative task force, because according to y'all, your theory is that because Jeremy is wearing an Apple Watch in this scene, you believe that he left his phone in his car at Lost and Found, but went with Sarah Ann wherever they went. And his Apple Watch is what started tracking his location. So he thought, again, it's a theory. So he thought he could pull a fast one on Sarah by leaving his phone in his car, but all his Apple devices are paired together. So I don't know how she thought check the Apple Watch, or maybe, I don't know, I don't know, but she already knew the game, okay? Feels like this is something she's had to do before. Anyways, it's clear that Jeremy wants out. He's tired of being in this dictatorship. He literally said when he was told that Sarah Ann was going to be somewhere, he's not going to let other people dictate what he's going to do. He didn't say who he was talking about, but I feel like it was the potential of what Laura could have said to him. And he was like, I'm not going to let her dictate my movements. I'm going to do it because I want to do it, right? So yeah, he says he wants out. She equally wants out. And we don't get to see them in the trailer, so I guess it's over for them too. They're dropping like flies, huh? But at least we get to follow their story. That's what I didn't like about previous seasons. These people come out saying, oh no, we got engaged. Oh, we got engaged too. We got engaged too. I want to see their story. So even if they don't make it to the altar, fine. But let's see what happened after that. So yeah, we've got 3 couples going now. And it seems like those ones are in trouble as well. Besides Johnny and Amy, these people are so surface. Honestly, they might never have their issues until they're actually married legally. We also have Clay and AD. his cheating demon, if that's the demon, child, cast it out. What the hell? Cast it out. It's a choice. Being monogamous is a choice. And if you don't want to be monogamous, either have that conversation or end that relationship. Is it really that hard? I really don't think it is. Who's the last couple? Who's still together? Oh, Chelsea and Jimmy. What do you guys think about those ones? That one, I don't know. He's going to tell Jessica that she was his number one. She is taking pride in this whole ability to sway him. I don't know why that's something to be proud about, but she is, so that's fine. Yeah, who do you guys think will make it? The last batch is coming out on the 28th, so we've got a few days to hypothesize. Again, send me the things you've been seeing on social media so we can talk about it on Saturday, and I will see you in the next one.